we take a minute and talk about foreign policy, specifically as it pertains to the southern border. What many of you don't know, and I'd ask you to research this. Research the 50 most violent cities on the planet and see what part of the world they are in. From my recent research, 43 of the most violent cities on the planet, 43 of the 50, are south of the Rio Grande. They're in Latin America and South America. Now, why do you think they're so violent? Those are cartels and cartel associates who are fighting to control the transportation arteries that feed narcotics into an addicted United States of America. Why do you think these refugees are splashing on the southern banks of the Rio Grande? They are concerned about their family members. They know that their life expectancy is reduced greatly if they stay home. So they try to find some salvation, some way, some sanctuary by coming to the United States. But what we need to realize is that we are creating the problem to a measure. Our drug appetite is getting worse. If we don't develop strong interdiction strategies to intercept those narcotics, intercept that human trafficking coming into the United States, we're going to continue to see families shattered, fractured. And my feeling is that this appetite for narcotics kind of goes hand in hand with the level of education that we have in the United States, specifically in the 16th district. People who don't have the economic means to take care of themselves don't get a price break at the grocery store. The unemployed person will have to pay the same amount for a gallon of milk as the one who's employed. But what you do is you have people who try to make ends meet by looking at something we say in Spanish, debajo de la mesa. What can I do? Go under the table, try to get some quick money, and wind up in the penal system. Then what happens to their families? The breadwinner is gone, whether it's male or female. What happens to the family member who is addicted? What about that addicted baby that's born into a family? And how do we begin to arrest that problem? If you look at the profits that we're making from the border trade between us and Mexico, take a slice out of those profits that we were so anxious to get after back in 2012 and invest those in smarter, stronger interdiction strategies to get after and intercept those narcotics coming to the United States. If you take a look at the Transportation Security Agency, the people who are doing the checks at the airport before you go in, they have developed some state-of-the-art, cutting-edge new technology to be able to x-ray, get into and see what is actually passing through those x-ray machines to such a detail that they can almost tell you what kind of liquid is in the bottle in a particular suitcase. I think we need to shift that kind of technology to our ports of entry, make those machines big enough to take care of big loads of cargo coming into the United States from that regard, and maybe, just maybe, we'll begin to arrest, number one, the explosion of violence of those 43 cities south of the Rio Grande. Those are Latinos. If you say that you are Latino and you feel for Latinos, if you are related, you have family members who are from that part of the world, we owe them our best to arrest and reverse the drug flow problem. How can we mitigate the misery? How can we tighten up the immigration policies that we have in the United States? Because guess what? We need to step up to the mirror and take a look in the closet of our own conscience. The reason why we have so much violence south of the Rio Grande is because we have such a voracious appetite for drugs north of the Rio Grande. Latinos for Latinos, let's get after the problem on both sides of the Rio Grande so that we can save our families wherever they are in the world.